YouTube, it happened again. That's right. I have another thing that fits in a box. What is it? Is it a hairdryer? What do you think it is?
Probably something that flies.
Something you've never seen before.
I'll be shocked.
You'll be shocked. Guys, it's like Christmas Day every day in the house. Speaking of the house, well, we'll save that for another day. But we're going to have some extra footage for you coming this weekend. Guys, we've been busy, and that's why the footage has been coming out slow. But let me tell you something. There's the mother of all footage things is happening soon. Oh my goodness. What is it? Guys, it's this. It's an AS350 K123. So, what do we have here? This helicopter has a 3D, 6G switching, and it's got a brushless motor, a powerful one, no less. Now, this plane is also FTR, which I think means ready to fly. It's so weird. It's like I just did this. Look at this manual, pretty good stuff. Helicopter manual. Don't worry, this will be completely useless.
I'm excited to read it.
I mean, if you read Chinese, forget it. If you read English, not useful. But you know what is useful? The packaging, which is awesome. Look at this. Look how nice this is. It's just beautiful. Fits in the box perfect. We have a parts kit in case you need parts. And look at this. Oh yeah, baby. That thing is beautiful, isn't it? Doesn't that look sweet? I would throw this, but I'm going to be gentle with it because these things are the case it came with. This little beauty over here. I mean, I don't use them because I have a wife who lets me park these things in my kitchen, which is very weird. But most of you, this is going to be tucked away in the basement, hiding from sight, for fear that neighbors may notice. But we know that cat's out of the... Get out of here. Get out of here. Hold on. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at this, guys. Come on up here. Show the people at home what they're seeing. Show them what they need to see. Good packaging. You know, it's just weird because this stuff comes from China, and it is beautiful.
Oh, it's cool.
It looks great. It's got max power. Does it say max power over there? It says max power. So cool. So cool, guys. Looks like some sort of a helicopter for the hospital or something. And they've just got these little blow molded clear plastic, which, to be honest with you, it's about displayed. Oh, look at this. Look at this metallic exhaust vent. Oh gosh. That is so beautiful. I mean, this is like model grade plastic. It's so beautiful. And then the collective pitch, this thing has a 3-blade rotor system, which is just, oh, look. I don't even have to put the windshield wipers on. If it starts raining, guys, we're set. I mean, it really looks good. It is made in China. See, right here. Made in China. Hold on a second. It says, do not remove. Look at that. The helicopter was made wherever you want to imagine it was made. I'm imagining it was made in China. So, basically, the assembly on this is going to go super, super, super easy. So, before you make that comment about how long it took to open, just hold off for just a minute longer. I threw that one just to make some of you feel better. Comes with 2 sets of blades. Whoa, this one did come with more parts. I don't remember if the other one came with the main gear. Comes with 3 screws, okay? Comes with a Phillips screwdriver that's quite small, actually. That's nice. Ironically, it comes with the Allen wrench, which is going to be used to drive these screws in. And it came with 6 blades and a charger and a battery. So my recommendation to you is when you break this thing out of the box, first thing you ought to do is you ought to open this, throw away the packaging, and then go ahead and get this thing charging right away. It comes with this is a 3.7 volt, 500 milliamp hour LiPo, which is 25C. Give them a close up of that. It looks like it's got Gosh, I forget what they call that. What do they call that? I forget the brand, but either way, the connector, it's a low-C connector, I believe is what we call that. So now let's compare this to the battery that came with its big brother, okay? You'll notice it is significantly larger. Make no mistake, this is still a 1S pack, but this is a 700 milliamp hour, 3S. This one doesn't say 25C, but I have to imagine the chemistry is similar, okay? Okay, polarity is the same, okay? So hypothetically, they'd be interchangeable, but you'd probably have a very, very low flight time on there. So what you can do is if you're getting this out of the box for the first time, I always like to show you guys like actually how they come out of the box. And as you remember on this one, I had to fix one of my gimbals, or what was it? Yeah, it was one of the gimbals was broken. And that was unfortunate, but you know, we got it fixed and it took us just under an hour of expert care and attention. Okay, so these things plug in here, okay? Just like so, very simple. They are sometimes a little bit sticky and hard to actually pull out of the battery charger. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna get, if you wanna, give me just a second, run of the mill. Okay, this is an Asus charger that came with one of our tablets. Show them this bottom here. You can look inside here and it'll say 5.2 volts at 1.35 amps, okay? Did you get that in focus?
Yep.
Okay. So now what you do need to be a little bit careful. If you use a charger like this, you might be a little bit too quick, okay? So we actually have some crappier, older ones. Like this one here came from a Kodak camera. It's got a USB plug on the back, or on the bottom rather. And this one here puts an output of 5 volts at 1 amp. So it's about, I would call it a third less power, or a quarter less power, because it's 1.35 amps. This is 1 amp, okay? So just keeping in mind that the amount of the amplitude of power coming out of this is what's going to potentially fry this. It'll also charge it faster if you don't fry it. So hypothetically, if it was well designed, you wouldn't have to worry about that, but I probably would not plan on it. So plug it in the outlet. If this is where you want to have a granite countertop or a concrete countertop, something like this. If this thing blows up, okay, and your living room suddenly fills with smoke, okay, lipos that burn, they burn with a white, kind of almost like a translucent smoke. It comes out like this. It goes like a balloon letting off gas, and then that ignites in a fireball of death. Or it just kind of like fizzles, and then you're like, ah, great, I get to buy a new 10-year-old camera so that I can replace my USB charger. So anyway, you want to avoid those things. If you haven't had the opportunity to destroy a pack with a nail safely, it's something that's good for you to have peace of mind. Lithium polymer batteries can be dangerous. We all know this, okay? The reason that they don't usually do a lot of air transportation with lithium ion batteries, certain sizes, is because when they overheat, they can actually puff and then blow up. And I mean blow up in a very quick chemical reaction. Doesn't necessarily mean so much like a huge amount of energy, but it is a lot of energy in a small area, okay? They don't always blow up like that, by the way. Okay, so let's look at these blades real quick. There's 3 of them I pulled out of the package. Of course, we've got 6, so we'll have some spare parts. We can even use a spare part box, in fact, so that'd be kind of convenient. We got this fancy dancy little screwdriver. This is actually a really nice screwdriver too, I might add. It's got a hex end on it, so that's nice for getting torque. I might actually keep that for other projects. And of course we need the, oh, and this came with a spare tail blade as well. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so we're just gonna take these 3 screws. These ones are the ones you don't wanna drop on your countertop if you've got this Tiger, whatever you want to call it. What do we call that design?
I don't know. Hard to find stuff on.
We learned when we first got this house, which has been, 13 years ago, 11 years, many years ago, a long time ago, that you don't lay a screw down, no matter how big. I mean, it could be a 3-inch construction screw and you'll lose it on here. So when you drop a small screw as this, you're going to lose it. So We've learned. But we really like these counters. Anyway, okay, so they're swinging, and that's a good thing. You notice that it's still swinging, okay, guys? That's important. I don't want these things to be rigid, but I don't want them so loosey-goose that I'm constantly fighting them. The idea is that the centripetal force of the rotor spinning will actually spin them out. Okay, so I'm going to show you. This is wrong. It might be right. I'm going to actually back it off just a touch, okay? If you get it tight enough that that thing won't move freely, yep, like that, then you still have to back it off a touch more, okay? I evidently am going the wrong way. That's right. Okay, there we go. So that's fine. I don't want you guys to overthink it like I do everything. I mean, you're certainly welcome to overthink it if you prefer, but you won't get anything out of it. So,
We've done it for you.
we've done it for you. We've overthought it. You don't need to.
You're good.
Okay? So what we'll do is we'll get these 3 on, and I believe we're going to need some, what did we put, like 4 batteries into the radio system? So what we might do is we'll go ahead and we'll open it quick. We'll give you guys a quick shot of it. Now, the thing is, if this one has a problem, there is a procedure to bind the radio system that came with this one to that one, I believe. But I would have to read the Chinese instructions and actually understand them and then follow them. So I'm kind of thinking I'm not going to do that so much. But what I am going to do is I'm going to give you guys a really brief, potentially deadly flight inside this beautiful home. Okay, so you'll see that this one has a little bit of resistance, a little bit of resistance, a little bit of resistance. You do want them to be about the same. The whole idea is that as this spins up, you don't want one to be stuck and then 2 flinging around loose. You'll find that it will get way out of balance and sometimes it tips over the helicopter when you're spinning the blades up to speed. Okay, so we've got that taken care of. Super easy. I mean, if you want to talk about an easy, I mean, we're talking like UMX Horizon hobby style easy. Look how easy that was to put that together. Okay, now you'll notice these are pretty loose. Okay, let's look at storage for a second, guys. Say you have a woman that lets you store this in your house where people can see it. I mean, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? You could do something like this. You could stick that on your rack of batteries, and it would fit. The reason I show you is because, like, let's bring it over here as a hypothetical situation. Suppose you have a wife who lets you park your airplanes all over the place. You could set it here, and it would look awesome. So, but I want you to get a size for the scale. I mean, just look how small this is. This here is a UMX timber, as you know. Look how much bigger it is, guys. And yet this thing is still really awesome looking. I mean, really awesome looking. I can't wait to see it fly. That battery's probably not going to be charged for like another 7 or 8 hours. One thing I got to tell you, fatal flaw of this system is that the batteries are very slow charging.
Yes.
I mean, very, very, very slow. I actually made an adapter that I can use my parallel charging setup to charge the batteries. Okay, so let's, parents, make sure your kids cover their eyes. Oh, these, man, those things are like perfect for landing gear. Look at this. Look at this, perfect landing gear. Okay. Oh, geez. All right, so this is the exact same radio system, okay, folks? I just want you to see that, okay? Ironically enough, I can't tell. Okay, it doesn't have like that little plastic that gets peeled off when you get a brand new one. I can tell there's no batteries in it. See, this one had 27, you know, for quality assurance. This one had number 4, so we should be good. All right, so up and down for throttle, yaw control, which controls where the tail's gonna go, okay? And throttle is not just throttle on a collective pitch helicopter. It also changes the pitch of each of these blades, okay? So it lifts all 3 of them together, and it bites more air, it produces a higher angle of attack on the blade. Okay, so as it's spinning, it's gonna lift the helicopter. Well, you're almost neutral to spin up to speed. And then you'll produce a little bit of lift on a blade that's even flat, okay? Because this is shaped like an airfoil, okay? So when that happens, then this thing spins up, and the speed of this motor, which incidentally is not brushless, the motor on the main rotor is brushless, and it's a very good brushless motor, in fact, I think. This will counter by gyro control and by your control the position of the tail. And then this will pitch the helicopter forward and backward on this stick. That'd be the right stick if you're flying a mode 2 setup. And then this will roll the plane, okay? Helicopter. And then you can yaw the helicopter, and then you can throttle it or down, up or down. And then in 3D mode, you can actually flip into a different mode where the pitch of the helicopter blades will change such a way that you can actually produce thrust down, and you can fly this upside down. I am not that skilled at upside down flying on helicopters. I'm lucky to get one flip. I can tell you one other thing too, guys. I've seen a couple of reviews. I didn't believe them when I saw it. I've crashed this a couple times now. The worst damage I've seen is these things like to come off, okay? I don't care, it's great. I mean, it's very robust. This thing is beautiful. The price point on these helicopters is within a buck, what am I gonna say, a buck or two, like 10 bucks.
Yeah.
10 US dollars. So whatever that is in your currency, it's that much. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and get the batteries charged, and then we are gonna go ahead and show you what we got for batteries in here. Oh geez, that thing is hard to get off of there. Goodness gracious, is that like a child safety or what is the deal?
Probably.
That's ridiculous. Woo! Okay, so once it's off, it's pretty easy. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 AA 1.5 volt batteries. You can use rechargeable ones. You can use, just standard alkaline. We're going to use alkaline batteries because they last forever and they're super dirt cheap. So while we get those ready, we'll pause and we'll come right back for some more action. All right, guys. So we got our 6 AA's inserted into here, and one thing about it is it is tricky that first time to pop it off. Once you've broken the seal, it's much easier to get in and out. So anyway, turn this on. Let's show them how it lays out. Mode 2. It says mode 2, mode 2, mode 2, mode 2. If it said mode 1, then all those directions I gave you would be backward. Or not backward, but just different. Okay? I don't know enough about mode 1 to speak with any sort of authority. Also, I just wanted to give a congratulations to any of you thinking of having your 3-year-old fly this. You evidently have a genius. I mean, a genius and a very skilled pilot at that. If you have a 3-year-old flying this thing, they're going to be doing big things with their lives. So I just wanted to congratulate you. But for the rest of us humans, maybe not a good gift for a 3-year-old. Okay, so we'll just lay this over here and we can kind of, ooh, look at that. By the way, get on my links, guys. Go buy one of these. This is a really good value for the money. And I've flown, like for instance, this plane here, this plane is gorgeous. I love it. But at the same time, not everybody has room to fly a plane like this. This thing you can fly in your living room if you're skilled. And when I say skilled, I'm not that skilled with it. But if you have a regular residential yard, you should be able to fly it. If you have, an urban, you don't want to go around breaking a bunch of rules and stuff, but you should be able to fly this. It's small, it's fairly easy to control. The wind, it handles wind. Oh, guys, I'm already happy. One of my second least favorite details, okay, about the, whatever that is just the simple fact that there's an LED wire that you have to yank out every time you take off the front. I hate that detail. I've learned to be really not friends with it. Because every time you do it, you about rip it in half. Okay, so let's look at these boards real quick. Okay, so they've got a carbon fiber spar here. Looks like the antenna is going back there. Those are actually not antennas. Those are motor winding cables that go back, and they will make contact back here with the tail motor. Yep, that's what it is. So I'm just looking in here to make sure. You always have to check this, especially on these economy ones. Make sure your wires aren't going to be caught. Hypothetically, number 4 should have checked this. But maybe he was having a bad day, he didn't have his coffee yet, or he was, what? There's another battery in here.
What?
Are you kidding me? Look at that. That is so cool. I didn't know I was gonna have 2, guys. I'm really genuinely surprised. I'm thrilled, amazed, whatever you want to call it. But look at this, guys. 2 batteries and a charger. You can't go wrong. Literally, just that alone. I mean, if you just love the way this looks, I mean, go for it. But still, think about it. You can have twice the flight time here. Well, maybe not twice the flight time, but we'll help to answer that for you. So if you're making a decision between cost basis here, this seems like it's so far been a pretty stinking good value. If it's half as good as that one, I think it's going to be the one I'm going to push it toward. Okay, so speaking of quality, let's look at the way this is mounted. Okay, see that's on a wiggly piece of double-sided foam tape. Okay, it's thick. Now, why do we do that, guys? That's because the gyros on there don't want to pick up every little vibration. Otherwise, the helicopter would fly like this. Okay, so you don't want that. That's bad. It'd be hard to control. Was that a good?
That was good.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
all right, good. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna throw caution to the wind, guys. We're gonna go crazy here, and we're gonna put this battery that I literally 10 seconds ago just took out. We're gonna slip it right in there. Ooh, yeah, that hits the spot right there. We're gonna put it this way, actually. So the wire is gonna go like this. Okay, you're gonna want to lay this down, or at least be ready to lay it down quickly. Some people prefer to plug it in first. Make sure your polarity is correct. Let it initiate. Throttle down, throttle down, throttle down. There is a throttle cut on this, okay? Now I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna just slip it back in the hole. Like I said, once you get it in and out once or twice, you're pretty much set. So, it's not hard. This one is a lot easier to put the battery in. A lot easier. But I'll be honest, guys, it's worth it. That one is so cool and so pretty that it's worth the extra effort. But I'm finding that it still kind of sucks to put the canopy on. That's not great, but oh, that wasn't so bad. Okay, so now let's look for freedom, guys. It's very important. Come and look. Yep, so we have freedom. So none of the collective pitch stuff is touching anything. Okay, so that's very important. Okay, so now throttle cut is currently on. This is, or rotor cut, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so I'm going to turn that off. I'm just going to kind of more or less hang on here. Make sure your fingers are out of the way. I just want to see how it's going to spin up. Okay. Yep, okay, so we're good. So everything is under control. Oh yeah, we've got good yaw axis control. Remember, this battery hasn't been charged by yours truly yet, okay? Oh, that is so cool, guys. Awesome. Oh, I love it. This thing it sounds good. I like the way it sounds. It looks just absolutely phenomenal. Oh, it's so cool, it's so cute, so little. One thing I found about these helicopters, like you get up over the top of a light and they will respond to the heat that comes off of the lights. That's an LED lamp, of course, so it didn't have that much heat coming off of it. Okay? So now it's actually, is it calmed down outside at all? Do you know?
No.
No? Okay.
Not
so I'm
really.
gonna just bring it over here and we're gonna do a landing here. We'll see if we can get a nice little landing. As you can see, I'm staying kind of more or less behind the tail of the helicopter, okay? When you're learning to fly a helicopter, guys, what I can tell you for sure is learning to fly. Okay, now, throttle cuts on and tested, okay? Always test your throttle cut unless you like to chop your fingers off. I see Ramy cut his finger today. Sorry about that, Ramy. Actually, he cut it whenever he filmed his last video. Good video, by the way. Okay, so here we go, guys. Initial thoughts. The light looks a little bit hokey, the blue, that's the receiver light. I can certainly live with it. There's actually an output on this board, I believe, for an LED if you don't want to do, you know, if you want to introduce a new wire to annoy you when you put your battery in. I don't know. The white light's pretty cool. I think we should open the door and try to fly out the door. Let's do that. If you want to stay there for just a sec, I'll go ahead and pop this door open and just feel how crazy it is. Let's see how bad it is. Oh yeah, we're doing it. It's gonna be awesome. All right, here we go. We're gonna fly indoor to outdoor. Inexperienced helicopter. Helicopter pilot. Get it spin up. Get in the air. Okay. Watch this. We're gonna fly over the top of another airplane, which is crazy. Okay, so here we go, guys. My objective is to get out the door without crashing, okay? Here we go. Oh yeah, that was gorgeous. Look at that, guys. By the way, this beautiful property can all be yours if you call me and buy it, because we are making a move, folks. Oh yeah, I love tipping it like that. That is so cool. Look at this thing. So beautiful. Got to exaggerate the tip so it looks more real. It really gets around and moves, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you see that lightning up there?
I was gonna say the clouds are crazy.
It looks really good. Very easy to keep your orientation. I'm surprised.
That's cool.
See that up there?
Uh-huh.
You see the clouds in the background?
Yeah.
So what you want to do is, as you're, oh, lightning in the background, that's so cool. Okay, so one thing about this helicopter, I'm going to tell you right now. Uh-oh. You will really load the LiPo down when you give it full throttle, because the pitch gets really steep. Okay? So we're going to just bring this back down. We might try an Enrique just to show you how that works. Okay, remember, don't try this at home, folks. Check the link in the description. Get your very own. Look at that. That thing is beautiful. Bang good. Go get it.